Hello and welcome everyone. It is time for Jim Comics Top Picks for New Comic Book Day this upcoming Wednesday, October 16th, 2024. I know what you're thinking, Jim. 2 weeks in a row, what's going on? So, yeah, well, hey, there's some good books coming and they got me pretty excited about comics. So, anyways, we'll get into that, what I'm looking at this week, give my top picks and all that. I just want to touch real quick on Absolute Batman. I hope everybody got that today or at least has it pulled it on pre-order. I know it's a big print run, but man, you're getting obviously your first appearance of Absolute Batman, Pennyworth, Absolute Joker. There's a bunch of covers for it. I touched on the second print, but too. I mean, I know there's kind of the regular blue cover, or there's an image of that on the screen. But I didn't realize the Deodato. Man, as soon as I saw the Deodato one, I pre-ordered that. That looks just. That's an old boy cover, man. I like that cover. So yeah, I got one of those coming. And as I mentioned in my last video, make sure you keep your eyes peeled for the third and fourth print because those are going to be short order windows. I know I said that last video, but those ones are going to be good, especially if they're not just changing the color of the cover and everything. So you're likely going to get a pretty nice cover one of these days. Oh, but a lower print one is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, we'll get going into what I'm looking at this week. Last video, first one I'm going to start with is Batman Full Moon. I touched on this one last video. I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be released last week, and it looked like it had been delayed till this week, and it was. So that'll be coming out this next week. Love black covers, man. That's just great artwork on that. I love that. I'm really looking forward to that one. So that one is coming out this week for sure. So yeah, I got that one coming. Batman and Robin Year 1, number 1. It mentions they're going up against the General, a new crime boss, but I mean, there's been a General for I mean, that character's been around for a while. Ulysses, Hadrian, Armstrong, so I mean, I don't know, because he showed up in Detective Comics 654 back in 92. So I don't know if it's the same character or if it's a different character, but I guess we'll have to wait and see, but I don't know. That is on the list this week. You got Crisis on Infinite Earths number 7 facsimile. If you don't have that one, that's the death of Supergirl. I don't think I have that, to be honest with you. I wasn't big into DC back in the day. Had Batman and stuff, but not. I wish I'd bought that series. Anyways, Dark Knights of Steel All Winter number 4. I just really like this cover. It's a Yasmin Putri cover. Putri stuff was just awesome. That's an old boy cover. It's kind of, it almost has a bit of a Frank Frazetta vibe to it with all the action going on there. I really liked his stuff back in the day too. But anyways, that's it from DC. A couple of good books in there. From Marvel, we got Crypt of Shadows number 1. I really like these Crypt of Shadow books. I've got, if you remember, this one came out, that has Blade's daughter, first appearance of her in there, and that was a really good book. The one coming out this week has got Joshua Jovan, but I mean, he showed up in that Werewolf by Night, the Disney show, but he was killed off, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm still going to get it because I love those Crypt of Shadow books. Just a one-shot. So getting that. Uncanny XMen number 4. Do we get the identity of the Endling? I don't know. We'll see. I'm getting it. Cover A looks good. The big one for me is Wolverine number 2 this week. If you, I'm sure you're all aware, they're promoting the whole 50 years of Wolverine. 1974 was when Wolverine launched, and if you're paying attention, which I'm sure you all are, you know that Hulk 180 came out in October of 1974, and 181 came out in November of 74. So 50 years of Wolverine down to the month is literally this month. So Wolverine number 2, to me, if you read, and I'm going to read the solicitation for number 3 real quick here, because I think we got something decent coming in this. Whether it's going to be big or not, I don't know, but it says Department H goes hunting. Canada's Department H has their sights trained once more on Wolverine. Years ago, they played a role in Weapon X and Logan's first assignment. But what else are they hunting now that mutants are hated and feared more than ever? Meanwhile, Wolverine's unlikely ally may have just killed an innocent, so obviously I think he's teaming up with the Wendigo. And old enemies of Wolverine's gather as more sinister and machinations unfurl. A key issue as the all-new, in capital letters, villain moving against Wolverine comes into sharper focus. So I think what's going to happen, literally, that's for issue number 3, which comes out in November, which was when 181 launched. I really think you're going to get a first appearance of a new villain. Hopefully it's not just a fly-by-night, never-see-again villain, but actually a decent villain, because Marvel, I think they've obviously had this plan for a while. As you know, they go to writers groups and meetings and stuff, and they plan this stuff out years in advance. So it's kind of interesting that issue 3 comes out the very month when you got your first full appearance of Wolverine and Hulk. So what I think is going to likely happen is you're going to get a cameo of somebody in Wolverine number 2 out this week, and then Wolverine 3 next month. You're going to get your full appearance. At least that's how I'm seeing it. But I've also got 4 and 5 pre-ordered, because you just never know. So I got my bases covered. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that Wolverine, because I think with that being the 50-year anniversary down to the month, I really think you got something good coming there. So if you don't have Wolverine on your list, I would get it on there. And it's funny that I was looking on eBay. There's only 1 copy of cover A for Wolverine 2 left, and it's from England. And yeah, something's coming. Pay attention to that one. At least get that one. Well, don't just pay attention to it. Get that on your pull list is what I'm saying. From Boom, we got Vicarius number 1, a few covers for that one. It's about a tech implant that allows rich access to feelings and experiences, so I'm not sure about that one. I might get that one. This was an old boy one. I saw this. It's called Witago War, Roth Volume 1. It's a graphic novel. Just be aware the price on this is $23 American, which is about $30 Canadian. But I saw the artwork on the cover. I was just like, holy crap, look at that. It's just gorgeous. And I'm going to put a few, there's a few previews for the interior artwork. It's the same artist. It's Christopher Shy. And his stuff is just gorgeous. I don't know how I didn't know about this guy before, but wow, I pre-ordered it. I don't care about the price. Don't rush out thinking this is going to be a $100 or $500 book. I'm not saying at all. I just think the artwork looks stunning. And it's kind of touted as a kind of like a Walking Dead sort of type of story, because it's a few lines from the solicitation say, unless snow on the ground, never to speak their name, the more they eat, the hungrier they become, and they are starving. So look at the solicitation if you want to get the whole read up, but I pre-ordered that one because that's an old boy cover for me. It just looks gorgeous. I couldn't believe it when I saw that. So anyways, my picks this week, boy, there's a couple. Obviously, Wolverine number 2, I can't stress enough that I really think you're going to get something in there. Whether you do or not, I don't know, but this series is 50 years, only comes once every 50 years, so there you go. I know there's some wicked awesome math, Jim, thanks. But yeah, Wolverine number 2, that is a definite pick this week. That Batman Full Moon number 1, that's another one. And I know it's pricey, and I'm only putting it on there because I think the artwork looks absolutely stunning. Is that Witago War, Roth Volume 1, and that is this is a first print story. It's not a bunch of, like a collection of stories they put in a graphic novel. This is the only is Renegade Arts Entertainment, and it actually comes from Ronin Art Studios. Is this Christopher Shy, and they only do the graphic novels. They don't do actual individual comics. So yeah, I'm getting that one for sure. So real quick, I see there's a bit of a heat back onto Moon Knight again. I mean, that's been a great book for the longest time. So, I mean, if you find that at a Comic-Con or something, you get a good price. It's a good one to get. I was flipping through one of the books, and I found Captain America 700 variant, and it's got Dylan on the cover. I talked about Knoll books the other day. Obviously Dylan, depending on which way they want to go with the story, I kind of really think they're going to bring Dylan in. So number 7, 9, and any of the books that have Dylan on the cover are good ones to get. And then I found, of course, my X-Force #1. It's funny, you know, we talk about Batman. I just had to talk about Absolute Batman for a second again. I'm so looking forward to reading that. This is a 250,000 print run. Back in the 90s, these comics were printing in the millions. Like X-Men #1, I think it was over 8 million. So, I mean, geez. 250,000 back in the 70s and 80s. That was just that was a normal comic. So, yeah, and, you know, I totally neglected to let everybody know that Nick is a knob. So, in my last video, so it's very important that you all remember Nick is a knob. There you go. Anyways, I see one more thing. I have to touch on. It's kind of not really a rant, but I've heard so many people throughout my collecting career, whether it was in the 80s, the 90s, 2000, whatever. You know, these comics are never going to be worth anything, and I don't buy them to make money on. I don't sell comics, so I mean, yeah, it's nice when you buy a book like, say, Ice Cream Man for cover price, and then now it's worth, you know, a few $100 or whatever. It's kind of cool to have that, but I don't sell them, so it doesn't matter. But some people, I guess that's all they do is sell books for money, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't have an issue with that. But when all these trolls out there, they're never going to be worth anything. Comics are dying. I heard it. Obviously, they did not live through the 90s. In the mid 90s, comics, like, there was literally 1,000 comic stores went out of business. Comic companies themselves went out of business. Marvel went bankrupt. Had to start selling off all their entities like Spider-Man and Fantastic Four and everything just to stay afloat. So, you know, what I will say, though, is the comic companies have to do better with their stories. For the last few years, their stories, I'll be honest, were pretty. One of the reasons why I didn't video, there was nothing that really excited me about comics. They were lame stories. The artwork was not very good. It's like they were just pumping stuff out. Who cares? So it's good to see Scott Snyder do an Absolute Batman, because he's a great writer, and it looks to be a really good series. There's some good stuff coming, so hang in there, folks. It's all going to be good. And yes, comics will be around for a while, so all those losers out there that say they're all dying and nobody's buying these books, oh my God, I hate to break it to you, it's called the economy, stupid, because you can look at comic prices. Yes, they've gone down, but so have luxury watches. Look at Rolex prices, look at sports cars, look at RV sales. When the economy goes down, people stop spending money. They start selling some of their stuff to try and recoup if they need money or whatever. Prices go down. It's no different than the stock market. So anyways, don't freak out, people. It'll all be good. You're all awesome. Take care. I'll talk to you later in the week. Bye for now. Get your Wolverine #2 this week. And make sure you got Wolverine 3 on your pull list or ordered. There you go. Bye for now.